Hey, good morning, guys. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching. It is Monday morning, the 13th of June, Gap Down Monday. If anyone watching this would like to try out to the room, you can email me at tradeandperform@gmail.com. And we look forward to hearing from you all, or if you just have questions or whatever the case may be. Okay, first of all, guys, let's get right into it. So I did not post the NQ levels. I'm going to post them right now. Apologies. This is what NQ looks like right now. So again, we're rolling over to we are TnP file, save as, cancel, JPEG. Q0613, save. There's NQ for today. Okay, let's go just really quick. The most important thing, I'm not even going to worry about the levels. I already stated what I thought was important in that area around 3,800. Should try to get defended, right? So go minus 3,800 minus 20. That area should find a responsive buy, right? So as I spoke to several, whether it was through text messages, posting on the chart, or in a coaching session, what do I want y'all to focus on? What am I going to focus on? 2-bar combo. So let's just jump right into it and go see what the 2-bar. We don't have to worry about unfair pricing this morning. The reason why we don't have to worry about unfair pricing, okay, is first of all, ES has no unfair pricing overnight in this area. It starts above 38.45. We'll know it when we get up there, but put a line at 38.45. Above that, all the way up to 38.80 is unfair pricing, right? And then you have a bit at prior days at the gap fill, prior days low. That's Dalton's gap fill, along with the 3 o'clock settle price, and then unfair pricing above. So those are the areas that we're hypothetically looking to do business. So that also means that we could just drive straight through here up into unfair pricing this morning. Look, we've been down a lot really quickly. Usually that gets a response at some point. So this goes back to, let's go all the way through this. This goes back to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, today, overnight, right? So first of all, you can see we're really not any longer one time coming to the day. We're balanced. You want to take these small notes so that you can start to see change. We're in balance on ES. You can see that even though we stopped, you can tell, see once we stopped one timing over here. So here I'm going to show. The reason why the one time is important is because it generally leads to rotations back up. Like if you do a 50-60 on this, you'll see they got a response, guys. So that's why it's important. So here, we stopped one timing over here. If you draw the 50-60 back. So why do I know from here that the 50-60 back you got a response? Well, really simply, it came into the 50-60 and, well, we can go look, but I know that it gave a little rotation here, right? And then I can see once it closed underneath, new low. They attempted to stop the one timing immediately. That failed, and then obviously rolled to the downside. I want to see the one timing end. And I also know from overnight, right, there's some pretty easy areas I can see. Like I need to get above this. So 38.20, put that in your notes. We got to get above 38.20 to change. That's this current swing off the half-hour time frame. We got to get above that, right? So little things that'll tell us that things are changing or that buyers are in overall control, okay? To look on NQ. By the way, that would be a case of where the auction was incomplete overnight. The auction was incomplete from Friday. It just simply ran out of time to go lower, right? So they completed the auction overnight and into this morning, okay? So hold on one second. There we go. Here's NQ. NQ does have unfair pricing down to 11,460 from really 11,531 down to 11,460. So the 60-point range again. I expect initial attempt to buy. Right again, last night, if you watch this 30-minute time frame, you said, "Hey, I really want to get long NQ." Right? Well, guess what? That didn't happen, or you weren't pressured to have that happen until at least this is the first time it was able to close above a 30-minute time frame, right? So if I put a label on that, okay, so that was at 2100 my time, 2100. That's almost 9 o'clock at night, my time, right? So I believe that is 9 o'clock. That's when we stopped one timing to the downside, right? Why is that important? Because I'm going to look for it again today, both on shorts and longs. Because once at 2100, so now I bring this up here. There we go. So if I come back on NQ to 2100 last night, that's this over here. Okay, here's 2100. I'll put a vertical line on it. That's 2100. That's when I know we stopped the one timing, right? So roughly, so I can see I got above the power bar. Once I get above a power bar, watch. I stopped one timing in that 2100 time frame. So even if I just wait till all the way over here, right? So I went over this with Matt last night. If you stop one timing or you break a swing and you get a retrace and you get a star out of that bar, you are likely to get a good trade out of that location. ES and NQ, you do not need a 2-bar combo. It's a 1-bar entry. That's important. You know what I'm saying? All you need out of a 50-60 retrace is a star, okay? And that stop is a physical close behind the bar with a star. You have a very good chance of getting an extension, and it works both ways. Per se, you broke the swing over here. If you trail this all the way down to the low, if you're looking for a place to get a trade. Now, the requirement is that it must touch the 50-60 retrace. So this does not count. This is very aggressive. It works. It works a lot less than the 50-60, and it can, I want to be clear, can get behind the 62 retrace and fire a star all by itself and work just fine. So, Matt, this should look exactly like what we talked about yesterday. You came in, there's your star, and down it rolls. Okay, but that should look picture perfect like what I described to you. If it doesn't, you should say something now, but that's picture perfect what we are looking for. That's a new addition. It works very, very well. So just the rule of thumb before I can cover it in individual coaching sessions, break a swing, get a 50-60 back. At the 50-60 or higher, get a star. It's a 1-bar entry. It's a 1-bar stop. And by the way, that's on the star. Just FYI, I'll start distributing it. I wasn't sure I wanted to do it until this weekend with the orange triangles, right? So it's not all stars. I will be doing that through the course of the day if you want it. But again, it'll require setup as we go through. So I'll show you. I'll call that specific trade in the rim, right? If I'm not measuring the 50-60s, please someone prompt me, and I'll look. In addition to that, if we look and we went overnight, okay, so let's start at just. This is the 20-tick Renko, right? Overnight, what did I? If I erase all these lines, even without any guidance, right? What did I say I'm looking for? 2-bar combos. 2-bar combo. 2-bar combo, 2-bar combo. And particularly, and I wrote this in the room, at lower highs and higher lows, right? So this is a 2-bar combo. Then we get a new lower high, comes down, 2-bar combo. Let's find where we get our first stop. 2-bar combo. That would be pretty tough right before open. I'd count that as a stop because I wouldn't have scaled it, even though it got the extra bar. Actually, I take it back. That would have been 10 points. I'd have scaled that. I forgot I'm short here, not on the down triangle. And then into London as we go through here. And I'm going to do the same thing in ES because this is what I'm looking for today, right? 2-bar combos. 2-bar combo. I'm going to call purple bar star 2-bar combo. Purple bar star 2-bar combo. That doesn't stop. 2-bar combo. 2-bar combo, high or low. 2-bar combo. I don't know that I would have taken that, but it is a 2-bar combo. 2-bar combo at a lower high. Right? So you get the idea. Those 2-bar combos are working right now. Focus on them. Do you get to be quick on the dome? Yeah, but focus on them. We're already going to have enough noise figuring out one timing, open drive higher, open drive lower, trend day, all that stuff. Simplify the last part of the entry. Do the other entries still work? They do, right? They do without question. But I want to simplify my entries over and over and over again. Good morning, Etta. I want to simplify my entries because the market's going to be fast. I don't want to have to think too much while I'm trading. Okay. Let's go look at ES. I think I've proven the point with the 2-bar combos, and I made the point with the stars, which I am going to move that star entry up into the A++ category. I wasn't sure I wanted to, but I do, at least for this current market cycle. So let's look at 6 ticks. This is probably where we are overnight on ES, right? Let's just start from London, okay? So there's 2 things I'm looking for: stars off 50-60 retraces and 2-bar combos. So as soon as I break this swing, I'm looking for a 50-60 retrace. So on the 6 range, right, you can see I just didn't. Here's a 2-bar combo. I got that, right? 2-bar combo, 2-bar combo, 2-bar combo. This is a stop, purple bar star again. As soon as you recognize, I'm telling you, once you recognize that you've significantly surpassed all these waves to the downside with volume, be very careful on these expansions with your first long setup without a triangle first, or just take the stop. But know that if you see, hey, that wave's gotten big, you should be going, hey, I need to pivot here. There's no question about it, right? So as you go through, that would have been a stop. 2-bar combo, pink bar star, that's 2-bar combo. Stop on triangle down star, stop, triangle down star, right? And then long pagey. So this is really critical again. If you get into this, know how many stops you can take. Is it 2 or is it 3? Right? Is it 2 or is it 3? What is happening? I can tell you for people who are struggling, what's happening is people are taking 2-bar combos, and if they take those 2 quick stops, they're getting just flustered enough not to take the trade anymore. Right? They're getting just flustered enough not to take the trade. Let me show you the way to cure that. I would take these stops because we've got over this swing right here, and I'd be looking for a push out. But if you need to slow that pace down, right? So how does that work with the stars in here? Is a really good question, right? You got a third wave up and a third wave down, right? So starting right here, I can tell you, long stop, long stop, long no stop. It has to physically close. That wasn't close enough for me for it close below, like it was within an inch, right? So I'm going to really put the stop so that I make sure it closes underneath this bar. And then the key to this is if I take stop, stop, I'm going to make sure I get some kind of extension, right? So here's the other part. Occasionally you're just going to get a bad set, right? Like that's a bad set right there on a 6 range, right? How do you fix that? Well, when you're on a 6 range, the way you fix that to get fewer stops is you pivot over to the 8 range bar and you look at the same time frame and go, hey, is this confirming what I'm looking for? So this is the same time frame, right? This is where those stops occurred. Was right back here at this 3:35 a.m., right? Right through this area. And now what did you get through here? If you look in this sequence, so this didn't even get past 50% of this wave, right? So what I'm saying is I'm not looking for the long here. I haven't gotten over the power bar. But look how it's slowed down here on the 8 range. And we should probably be on, by the way, we'll be on the 8 range the first 30 minutes at least, right? I'll be looking at both, but I'll have the 8 range up, triangle down, bar up. Why am I going to be on the 8 range? Because I know we're going to be moving a lot. So I'm going to swap the charts. I have the 8 on and the 6 off, so on and so forth, right? So there's triangle down, bar up. So let me explain this for a second. This is not me perfecting the curve, right? I'm just saying that sometimes, so the 6 is nice because it gives you more setups, but you want a more stable environment to make the 6s work. When the environment gets more unstable and we're down 350 points in Europe, that's not a normal environment here, right? So two things. I'm only looking for longs in this area. So that stop entry, stop entry, stop entry would have hurt on the 6 range, right? I would have been flustered. But two things. Going into that 3 o'clock in the morning, unless I just started trading there, right? Unless I just started trading there, I already have P&L coming off from the rest of the evening. Like that would suck. It wouldn't suck any less, but it shouldn't be destroying my day. Number one. And number two, if you're taking too many stops on a range bar, switch up because the only 2-bar combo you end up with a long here is right here. Purple bar star that doesn't get closed behind, and then triangle down that gets stuffed immediately. Those are your 2 longs off that 3,800 key level, right? Also, when we are trending down, so this is important, just back information, right? When we're trending down and we're at 3,800 at this level, right? That you got to know they're going to make it tough. Why? A lot of people are really upside down. They're not. It's not going to be like, oh, everyone's like when we're trending up and we get to a level and everyone's looking to pound it. Everyone's pretty uncertain at this point, right? So there's going to be a lot of back and forth, just like there was Friday afternoon. I see a lot of people failing to make the pivot, to that reality. Okay. So for this morning, for the first half hour, sit down and look at your trade plan. Let's slow everything down, way down. Okay. Slow everything down. We have 4 minutes till the open. Number one, on your sheet in front of you, you should actually have either a drawn out picture or physical photos of what you are looking for. I'm looking for 2-bar combos that include triangles or a purple or pink bar followed by stuffed or star, right? Pink bar, purple bar, star, etc. Those are really powerful, right? Know how you want to scale your trade, right? So as everyone knows, I had a pretty good week last week. All I want to do is get a little bit of cushion and I want to go to work, right? Some people in here, right? So remember, some people in here are going, hey, if you had a rough week last week, right? All you want to do is get down some P&L. Winning is a habit, right? So don't look at the market and go, oh, it went up and down 300 points, so I should be up $1 billion, right? Go, I took my trades, I took my setups on process, I was careful. So what's the one filter you can use? What's the one filter that you can use that will help you not get run over? And it's very, very simple. If you can get an algo setup coming on the back of a 3-bar combo where you have power bar up, power bar down in 3 bars, I'm telling you right now. So if you wonder, 3 bars, you can get underneath them or over them, backside test them, and get an algo setup. It's very, very powerful. Again, right over here. Does it work perfect every time? Nah, nothing does, right? 3-bar combos, triangle down star, pushes to profit, right? Pushes to profit. Those 3-bar combos are really, really powerful. You'll notice when I come off of them on the backside over here that they create resistance. See, 3-bar combo right over here. So we push right into that area and backside off of that, right? So if you're having difficulty today, like we're opening apparently on the low of the day, right? It sure looks like on at least on ES, right? Remember, we don't know that it has to go up. We don't know that it has to go down. We do know that it'll be fast. Be nice to yourself. Don't overtrade it. I see overtrading a lot. Don't overtrade it. Hold on for 1 second. I forgot to send a message. And take it easy, right? Don't worry about the unfair prices this morning. We're opening at the low. I assume they're going to attempt to trap at some point this morning. Let me look at the econ really quick. Seem I got your message. Thank you. I'll take care of that as soon as possible. And Ron Daniel Kim. Today. Okay. And so the last thing I ask is just take it really easy. Let me swap out these charts. Chart, attach. I expect, obviously, an attempt at 5 responsive buyers this morning. There's the 8 tick. I'm going to remove the 6 tick. Obviously, would like to see us get above the last 30-minute bar if I'm thinking trend day up. So pull up your profile charts. You should be able to see that. As of right now, that would be 11,539. Okay. And on ES, it would be 3811. All right. Those are the two things that I'm looking for. Okay, so you see they're lined up here. I'm going to get NQ chart number. Wow, my blind self can't see it. Number 13. So you can see we've already gotten a buff on NQ, not below ES. If you look at the NQ 30 minutes, actually doing a little bit healthier than ES is. Again, I'm not overly particularly super stoked to be in a rush to do this morning, right? And I'm looking for very specific setups. Again, let's replace the 20 with a 24 chart. Touch. There we go. So now I have the 20 and 6 off to the right, and 24 is what I'm looking for, right? And I'm watching to see how we move in general through this process. So does anyone have any questions before we get started? That's a very specific trade plan, right? 2-bar combos, higher highs, lower highs for the 2 bars, right? Be careful where it's ripping through or we have an expansion on the wave. Looking at Econ, if we have anything. I got nothing. We have a 3-month wheel auction. Brainerd speaks at 1 o'clock. I want to note that down. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 12:30 p.m. Brainerd speaks. Okay. So let's just go do our thing, right? Not get run over, not have a bad day, just have it be straightforward and what we're looking for, right? So that's obviously open drive higher, as you can see, right? So you're looking to get underneath the power bar, you're looking for failure, you're looking for a 2-bar combo, right? I'm just waiting quite simply. We've gotten above those 30-minute time frames. I want to see if that's a failure. It's kind of hard to read out of the gate, right? Open drive higher, not open drive higher. So that's why you can wait to let it get set up. The one thing you don't want today is to get run over, right? That's the one thing we don't want. Everything else is pretty simple, right? Let someone else make the mistakes. What everyone in the room learns over time, right? It's better to take 3 perfect trades than 20 maybes. The more you focus on the perfect trade, the more things will unfold. Like that's purple bar star, right? Should you take that trade? I don't know. It depends on who you are as a trader, right? So if you take that, here, I'll take that. Here, I'll do it small. I'm short 68.75. Okay. Where does my stop have to go? 88.75. Let's just call it 90 and adjust for whatever the stop will be. That's what the stop's required off that 24, right? It's a physical close behind there. So I'm going to put my stop up at 90. If I can get there quickly enough. I only took 3 contracts. And just like that, now I have purple bar star, right? So exit market, 61, whatever it gave me. It was worth 10 points, basically. And I got lucky on it because it came back after the purple bar star instead of ripping straight up, right? So, but did I follow process for entry, and then did I make a decision on how I wanted to handle it? I did, right? Oops, and then I lost my dome. And this is a case where sometimes where I tell y'all, hey, I know I have the trade, that I'll ignore this bar up. But often, especially in the first half hour, that just bites you in the rear. So what am I going to do? I know I got above that power bar. What am I looking for here if I'm looking for the long? Star out of the 50-60 retrace. So I know I've hit the 50-60. I broke the swing over here to the left. I can look for it on the 20, or I can look for it on the I can look for it on the 20, or I can look for it on the 24. Right? ES, same thing. I broke the swing. I can look for right back into the 50-60, the star out of there. But again, you have to monitor multiple trades to get that done correctly. Multiple time frames. Again, I would suggest relaxing the first half hour. So let's say I thought that was so. There's star out of the 50-60, right? So fine, I'll take that. Where's ES? So my stop's going to be on 38.12. I'm going to call that an 05 start to start with. Okay. Now, how far is it going to push? I don't know. I don't much trust it. But the trade requires a physical stop behind the 38, behind this bar, which is 38.08, right? Pink bar star to the downside, right? I don't really like the CS trade at this point, so I'm just going to close at market. 15.16 is what it filled. I can't tell. Although we do have a third wave up. My concern is that third wave up didn't break the swing to the left, right? But again, if you took the star 50-60 retrace, it lets you escape to profit. That's all I care about. If I can figure out the rest of it, that's great. But all I'm trying to do is get even with 2 or 3 of those, I end up with a pretty good day, you know. So that's all I'm trying to accomplish. Is this making sense, guys? What I'm saying? Yeah, I got it. Here you go.